Good morning, beautiful people. Happy Wednesday, April 29th. Had to check there for a second. It's day 40 of this journey, thinking about thinking, understanding fear, and by understanding fear, we really get to radical understanding and finding joy out of the suffering. And I was just listening to a podcast this morning. And one of the things that I think so excites me about these times is the sacredness in the connection. We are all in this together, and we're seeing so many examples of humanity coming to the forefront. And what excites me the most is what will continue to happen going forward. Those essential frontline workers, whether they're in healthcare or in retail or in food delivery, they have really shown, and I think we've come to understand how essential and how important they are. And my lifetime, I can't imagine our views will ever change on that and coming back to that core. So today is day 5 of Listen But Be Skeptical. One of the questions I get asked often is, how do we know the truth behind the words? We can't go around telling our friends and our family that they're liars about what they say. That wouldn't really leave us with much of a community to draw upon. But doubt and skepticism really go together, but it has to go with listening. You have to listen to what's being said first, then use doubt to go beyond the words. So you learn not to take words at face value, but you listen carefully to what's being said and how is it being said. What story is really being told? We all have a story. I think for those that have been paying attention, that'll be one aspect that you can agree, and maybe you've had the opportunity to dive into your own story. We've all told ourselves phrases and words, lies and truths that we have come to believe as who we are. And everyone's story is real to them. Just because you have an experience that's different from someone else's experience doesn't diminish their experience. It doesn't diminish what they believe to be true. And just because it may not be real to you, it may not be real to everyone. So for instance, say you have a team member, a coworker, a staff member that says you're inflexible. You could believe them and assume the label of being inflexible, or you can use skepticism and doubt to decide if they're right or wrong. There's a lot of danger in accepting everyone's labels at face value, but there's a lot of freedom in asking the question, is this a story that they are telling themselves? And is this a person who really truly cares about me? And I think it was Brené Brown in her live TED Talk. She talked about one of the keys that really helps her in all of her relationships, including with her husband. And she talks about anytime there's an assumption or something just doesn't sit well with her, the phrase she uses in opening up the conversation is, the story I am telling myself is, and then proceeds to have a conversation. Well, you can have that conversation with yourself as well. If something's going on in your mind and it's causing you anxiety or stress, fear, doubt, Start off, self, the story I am telling myself is, and then go from there. See what happens. In these new times, you got nothing to lose, and you got more than enough time. Until tomorrow, I love you all. I hope everyone is safe and well on a glorious day. And until tomorrow, be kind to yourself and to others.